Man, as a KU fan, you should expect to win. But I did not expect us to win in this fashion. But hey, it did. So with that said, here's the review. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 9th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks headed down to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Oklahoma Sooners and stomped them by a final score of 78-55. Yeah, who had expected this? Not I, said me. Because going into the game, KU was favored by only 3, and we blew the Sooners out of the water. And it feels kind of nice. And yeah, there was a lot of good things that came out of this game, but there were a few nitpicks on the bad side. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player the game and a player who needs to improve. Without further ado, let's do it. All right, positive. KU shooting. My goodness, after having its worst slump in terms of field goal percentage and three-point percentage, KU finally fixed it. And it showed as KU shot 55% from the field and 50% from beyond the arc, which includes a 60% shooting from the second half and 75% from the three in the second half, which, wow, that shooting is incredible. And to finally get the ball into the bucket and score once every 2 trips, it seems like, good things are going to happen. And finally, we picked up into kind of late season form in a way, but there's still a lot of games left. So not going to get my hopes extremely high, but this was a good one. So yeah, KU shooting numbers, that's a positive. Also, defensively, KU did well forcing Oklahoma to shoot bad shots, and it showed drastically in this one, as KU forced Oklahoma to shoot 36% from the field and 24% from beyond the arc, including in the first half, holding the Sooners to 36% from the field, but 14% from the three, which, great. I mean, Oklahoma fixed it up going into the second half from beyond the arc, shooting 30%, but my gosh, 14%, holding them to shoot 1 of 7 from 3 is redonkulous. And we did a lot better defensively, forcing bad shots. So yeah, no question, defensively, holding Oklahoma to shoot under their numbers, that's a positive. Another positive, turnovers. There was a lot of turnovers in this game, but KU still managed to win the turnover battle as the Hawks forced 24 Oklahoma Sooner turnovers and scored 27 points off of them. That's remarkable. And KU finished with 16 turnovers of their own, and Oklahoma scored only 12. So, I mean, the 16 turnovers are on the high side, but we did a lot better taking care of the ball, forcing turnovers, scoring off the turnovers. This is actually a really good defensive performance today, especially holding them to 55 and turning them over 24 times. This is remarkable. So yeah, winning the turnover battle, that's also a positive. Another positive, fouls. My goodness, it's starting to go down, which is a good thing. But KU won the foul battle as Oklahoma was called for 16 personal fouls and KU was only called for 14 personal fouls. Only one guy, I believe, had 3 for the Hawks. And I could be wrong, but not many guys were in serious foul trouble. Well, let me rephrase that. Foul trouble throughout the game. There was guys in foul trouble early, but managed to do well defensively, offensively, make sure that they didn't pick up any unconscious fouls. So yeah, maintaining our ground and doing well defensively, not to reach in and cause fouls of our own, that's positive. And the final positives are nitpicks. And oh boy, there's a few nitpicks that really went in KU's favor. And that includes points in the paint. KU won this battle 50-28, which that is the most points I believe we scored in the paint all season. And I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look, but a remarkable performance in the paint, putting up more than half of our points from 5 feet or less. So great things are happening there. Fast break points, KU won that as well, 17-12. And bench points, KU won that 13-6. In fact, KU would have had a shutout until like the final waning minutes, where a few of Oklahoma's guards hit threes, or hit a three and then another bucket to get them their first bench points. So we did well making sure that their bench didn't score. But yeah, with all those nitpicks and with all the things said previously, those are my positives. Negatives, not very many. The first negative that I really have is free throws. My goodness, KU lost the free throw battle in this one, as Oklahoma went 79% from the charity stripe, while the Jayhawks only was 50%. And yeah, I mean, this was probably our worst performance from the free throw line in conference play. Again, could be wrong, but wow, we just could not make free throws. I mean, if we could make maybe 3, 4, or 5 out of the ones that we missed, our free throw percentage would have been great. More points would have been there. The whipping would have been even higher. But gosh, we just could not hit free throws. So that's a negative. Another negative, rebounds. Despite everything happening, this is more of a nitpick, as KU lost the rebounding battle 37-32. And if you take away Oklahoma's offensive rebounds, KU would have won this easily. But yeah, I believe no one in the game had more than 5 rebounds. But there is not much to say when you're making 50% of your shots from the field and 50% of your shots from 3. So what can you say in this situation? So this is more of a nitpick negative. And the final nitpick negative is second chance points, as KU lost that 12-5 against Oklahoma. And that also goes down to offensive rebounds, which I previously talked about. So yeah, taking care of the glass, simple. That's how you get second chance points. And yeah, well, not really much hate on that, but it's a nitpick negative. So yeah, not very many, but without all that being said, those are my negatives. All right, player of the game. Gotta give some honorable mentions first. And the first one comes to the big guy that came off the bench, Ernest Udeh. My goodness. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks in 17 minutes. The dude was perfect from the field, going 4 for 4. Unfortunately, he was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Give him credit. He played, especially when you had a guy get in foul trouble quickly, he produced the minutes that we wanted. And it's finally time that I'm like, he's going to be special. Especially years down the line, he's going to be special. And if we can keep him that long in time, that length in time, good things are going to happen. So, yeah, he's not my player of the game, but he deserves an honorable mention. Another guy, Kevin Mccullar, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals in 35 minutes. Had a really good performance, going 4 of 8 from the field. He was 0 for 2 from 3, but 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Yeah, Kevin surprised me that he played really well in this game. Yeah, he also had 3 turnovers and the 0 for 2 from the 3, but gosh, an incredible game from Mccullar, so he does deserve an honorable mention. Now, this is where it gets tough, and I don't know, but I'm going to say that one guy just barely lost it, and that's DeJuan Harris. And he deserves as much credit in this game because he helped KU win this. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals in 34 minutes. Was 7 of 11 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The second game in a row where DeJuan Harris has scored double digits. My goodness. But Juan played incredible, and there's no question he deserves any player of the game nod. So unfortunately he didn't get it, so he does deserve an honorable mention. But my player of the game is going to go to Jalen Wilson. The All-American candidate did really well after having not his best game a game ago. Finished with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals in 31 minutes. Had a bit of a cold shooting night, going 7 of 17 from the field, but 3 for 4 from beyond the arc and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That's probably his best 3-point shooting performance, I think, all year, going 75%. But yeah, he turned everything around. He made shots, he got rebounds, he dished a lot, which says something from your All-American candidate, where he's actually getting assists and all that. But he also got steals, which he doesn't usually get. That's usually like Kevin McCullar or DeJuan Harris, but he got steals, and yeah, an impressive number too. So no question, Jalen Wilson's my player of the game. All right, player who needs to improve. I would have to go with Joey Esafu. Had a really tough time out there, couldn't really score. In fact, he finished with no points, but did grab 1 rebound, got 3 assists in 9 minutes. He was 0 for 4 from the field and 0 for 1 from 3. Yeah, I mean, after having a good performance against Texas, it just fell off the rails a bit. And I think he'll turn it around and we should be fine. But this game was just not the game for him, and it sucks. So, hates for me to say it, but my player who needs to improve is Joey Esafu.